Welcome back, friends. So, as we see the US markets go to all time highs and, in fact, even go much further, one of the markets that should not be ignored by investors across the world is the Indian stock market. It's also in a bull market of its own and rising quite rapidly. As compared to the AI generated optimism in the US markets, you have the Indian markets, which are powered by a great amount of investment in infrastructure. So we have highways, bridges coming across the country, which was never before happening. You have great amount of equity investors, small investors investing their money in the Indian market, and thus we have the spread of the equity culture, which is contributing to the boom. There are also people who have got very fat uh, salaries, increase hiked salaries, and they are investing part of their savings in the systematic investment plans, or what is referred to in the US as the dollar cost averaging. And these are all contributing to very good amount of investments in the Indian stock markets. Over 17,000 crores fresh investments in SIPs being managed by professional fund managers is contributing to the great equity boom in the Indian stock markets. And the amount of money which the Indians hold in the targeted investment plans has tripled this decade to nearly $110 billion. Over the past 2 decades, the number of the publicly listed companies in India has multiplied by a factor of nearly 5 to 2,800, even as it was falling by a quarter to 4,700 in the United States, where the oligopolies began to exert a stronger grip on most industries and not just technology. So there is a big difference. 180 companies in India have tripled in value this decade and now have a market capitalization of $1 billion or more than any other country, including the United States of America. So I repeat, 180 companies in India more than tripled in value this decade itself. Okay. In 2023, Indians have purchased more than 85 billion options, which is nearly 8 times the volume in the United States. Now, that's what I would call a mixed blessing. It shows the increasing enthusiasm of the young uh, Indians to invest in the Indian markets, but also investing so much of money in the futures and options can also be a red flag. And the reason being that on an average, it has been analyzed that on an average, people have been holding these contracts, right? 85 billion options, they have been held for less than half an hour, which shows the impatience of the new investors who are coming on stream. Which means that if there is a shakeout that happens, and I believe there is one on the cards going to happen soon, then these small investors can lose their shirt. This can have a bandwagon effect on the market as a whole. Other than that, we have the equity market doing phenomenally well. The country's economy is booming. And in addition to the United States, you may safely regard India as one of the markets where you can invest in. However, as I just mentioned, there is some amount of froth beginning to accumulate, and there would be no analysis which would be complete until we cover the froth aspect as well. So, SME companies, there are 170 companies aiming to raise a total of 4,500 crores, and they have got bids worth already got bids worth 31,000 crores in Indian rupees. So they are aiming to raise 4,500 crores, and they already got bids of 31,000 crores. That means almost 10 times the amount that they are intending to generate, they've already got in terms of bids. That shows there is a froth beginning to uh, come on stream, and that can impact the markets. Breakout charts and undervalued companies are being promoted constantly on social media. Now, Even when we do our analysis, we present it, more people I find are enthusiastic more to, we in our various telegram packages offer options and fundamental stocks. But I see more people being enthusiastic about the FNO part than the stock market part, the fundamentals part. Today, we recommended a stock data patterns up more than 10 percentage in one day, and we had many options which more than tripled in value. But I saw in general that the enthusiasm that people had more for these options was much more than the value for the enthusiasm for the stocks that we generate. Although this should be a 10 percentage in one day and a safe investment, and we had even given good reasons for the same, should have generated lot of investor enthusiasm. So little word on caution on that front. Yet uh, you see that the uh, the amount, the percentage of the GDP invested in the stock market is much less, and there is more yet to come. Historically, any country which is growing in the market capitalization of the type of India, $3 trillion to $5 trillion GDP, does find that its investor appetite also increases. You have many people joining the party, the bandwagon, so if I may also call that way. Uh, Yet, all this can come to play spoil sport if you see turbulence in the global stock markets. So, the case for India as a good bull market to invest in has been laid out. The economy is booming like never before. It's the fastest growing economy in the world at this point of time. Investments are coming in from every nook and corner of the world. There is great amount of political and economic stability in the country. You find that the technology sector is also benefiting from the AI boom, the artificial intelligence boom. There is software companies getting new contracts, and new areas of expertise are beginning to take center stage. Yet there is a point of time where some amount of caution in terms of overvaluation cannot be ruled out should the global stock markets go into a tailspin. But Indian stock market is here for the long term. And to get to know more, do join our Premium Plus or Premium Elite, any of the Telegram groups that you would like to uh, join, and be a beneficiary of some good advice as to which Indian stocks to invest, mutual funds, and where the best money can be made um, at the least amount of risk. So do WhatsApp us on 982086104. Alternatively, you can also email us at globalmoneyinvestor@gmail.com. It is globalmoneyinvestor@gmail.com. Happy investing and talk to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.